Hello and welcome to Bloodsport MMA. Today with a prediction video. It's fight week. It's time for UFC 275 Glover versus Prochazka in the main event. I will predict the three main fights and I will start with the first one. We have my favorite women's fighter, Joana Jedrzejczyk, fighting Zhang Weili. If you haven't saw the first fight of them, I don't know how I can help you then. The only advice I can give you is get on your phone, your TV, whatever, go on YouTube, Google it, or search it on YouTube, better said, and watch it. You will not regret it. Definitely. If you have watched it before, watch it again. I watched it like 5 times already. It was the best women's fight ever. It was a crazy war where Zhang Weili won the split decision. In my opinion, maybe my opinion is a little bit biased because I'm a huge Joana fan, but in my opinion, Joana won that fight. It was a split decision. But yeah, Joana took a 2-year layoff after that. And in my opinion, that's not a good sign. Because if you have a crazy war and you get a lot of punches into your head, you get a crazy beating. Both women got a crazy beating, it was very even. But then it's normal that you take like a year off. I think Weili also took like a year off. That's normal to heal. Calvin Kattar did it as well after the Holloway beat up, but that's normal. But 2 years is very, very long. And I don't think that you take a 2-year layoff just because you want to get better or something, whatever. Normally, if you take a 2-year layoff, there is something. She didn't say that she had any surgeries, but I think she had some kind of problems, maybe with her head, maybe she had brain problems. Who knows? Who knows? I'm just making hypothetical thoughts here. I don't know. But why should you take a 2-year layoff? The only thing you get is ring rust and lack of competition, which is normally not good. So I hope that Joana is coming into this fight better than in the first fight, like better than she was before. But I don't know. I really don't know. Weili, on the other hand, fought 2 times since then. The first time she got knocked out by Rose Namajunas. The second time she had a crazy good fight with Rose. Crazy good in terms of her performance. She did really well. Maybe you could give the decision to her there, but it was kind of even, so I'm okay with that. But as you see, Zhang Weili was in competition, Joana not. And I think that could be the difference in that fight. My heart says Joana knocks her out. My heart says Joana comes back, she's a new version of herself, whatever, and she knocks Weili out with a head kick or something like Rose. That's my heart. That's what I hope. But my brain, and I will do the predictions today with my brain, not my heart, like I did before. I say it will be another decision. They will have a good fight again, not as great as the first one, but they will have a good war again that the fans will enjoy. And I think Weili takes a decision again this time. Maybe this time a unanimous decision, not a very dominant decision, not a very dominant win, but a decision where you can say, okay, yeah, she won that fight fair and square. But it will be a good fight in my opinion. We'll see. That's my decision, Weili by decision. No, that's my prediction, Weili by decision.
Are you intoxicated? Are you intoxicated?
Then you have Valentina, the GOAT, Shevchenko, taking on Thaila Santos. Valentina, you don't even have to talk anything about her. We all know she's probably, in my opinion, definitely the GOAT of the women's fighting, like overall, not even MMA, overall. I think she could beat everybody everywhere. She's just not human, man. She's very, very, very disciplined. If you follow her on Instagram, whatever, she's always training, always staying in shape. She never really looked in danger in any fight. So she fights Thaila Santos. Thaila Santos is a good fighter, definitely, good grappler. But if you look on the record, Thaila Santos had a decision win, against Roxanne Modafferi and a decision win against Molly McCann. In my opinion, if you try to beat if you're able to beat Valentina, if you're able to beat the GOAT, you don't decision a Roxanne Modafferi and you don't decision a Molly McCann, especially in the earlier years. Not even McCann from now, it was like 4 years ago or something. So yeah, I really don't see, of course there's always a way to beat somebody, but I don't see Thaila winning against Valentina. I don't see it. I think Valentina is always in the first round, tries to watch what Thaila does, how she fights, whatever. And in the second round, she will put a beating on her. And in the third round, she will finish the job like she always does. So I got Valentina Shevchenko by third round. Knockout / TKO.
This guy TKOs people. When I knock people out, they don't move.
And then we come to the main event. The old legend, Glover Teixeira. 42 years old. Legend, absolute legend, over 40 fights. Taking on the young blood, Jiri Prochazka. I think Denisa or something is his nickname. Jiri Prochazka is a crazy guy. I think crazy really describes him. He is like a modern day samurai, definitely a better samurai than Luke Rockhold was, or thought he was. Conceive, believe, achieve. He lives in the woods. He meditates and trains the whole day. That's like everything he does. I don't think he does any other activities in his life than meditating and training and studying stuff. So he's a crazy guy, man, who you really have to look out for. And I think he will be a champ somewhere in the future. The only problem he has is he always has his hands down. It's his fighting style. I am not too confident that it's a good fighting style for MMA, but with his power, until now, it worked. But he has his hands down always. And on the other hand, you have the old daddy, Glover Teixeira. He's really an old daddy, man. He's 42 years old. He's the father of all these guys in the division, in my opinion.
I've been a father for years. Fathering all kinds of these little motherfuckers.
And he also fights like that. He schools them. He teaches them a lesson. And he has great grappling, of course, top-notch grappling. Everybody knows that. In my opinion, he doesn't get enough credit for his boxing skills. He has amazing boxing, great technique, good blocking as well, which Jiri could take a look at and maybe tries to copy it, whatever. So he has good striking as well. He got knocked out before, yes, and the chin normally doesn't get any better, yes. So there's definitely the chance that Jiri knocks him out, definitely. But I think Glover always has great game plans.
The game plan is you go in there, hit him with some good shit, don't get hit, and come home with a pocket full of cash.
He comes in with a good game plan. It's normally kind of the same, but it always works. And I think Glover is just too experienced, too ice cold in that octagon. And he will figure out a way to beat Prochazka. I think Glover will not allow Jiri to make it a brawl, because if it will be a brawl, I think Jiri gets the better out of him. And as I said, hey, the possibility that Jiri knocks him out is 100% there. Jiri can knock anybody out. Jiri is a crazy dude. And I wouldn't be surprised. But Glover, he's very intelligent inside the octagon, in my opinion. And as I said, his grappling is top notch. So my prediction is that Glover in the second round manages to close the distance, get him to the fence, whatever, takes him down, takes Jiri down, and from there on he does what he does best, is mauling the person. Ground and pound Jiri. Jiri will cover up, Glover will see an opening and submit him. I don't know which submission. Maybe a rear naked choke, old classic, like he did with Blachowicz. I mean, Blachowicz is a high-level black belt, or let's say a good black belt. Let's say that. I don't want to overextend here. A good black belt. I don't know about Jiri. I don't know how good Jiri is on the ground. I never really saw him grapple against a good guy. Nobody ever saw it. He never grappled a really good grappler, like Glover is. But I don't think that his grappling is better than Jan's, and Jan looked like a kid, with all due respect, against Glover on the ground. So I think if Jan gave Glover his back and let him be flattened out and rear naked choked, even though it was a very special rear naked choke, But then I think Jiri will not do too much better on the ground. So my prediction is Glover Texeira by submission in the second round. But as I said, everything is possible in your life when you believe. So write your prediction in the comments. Who do you think will win in these 3 fights? And which fight are you also looking forward on the card? I mean, you have Thaila on the card, one of the best boxers in the UFC right now, upcoming welterweight star, will probably be the champ at some times. Who knows? Who knows? I'm very high on him, honestly. And you also have guys like Andre Fialho on the card, who had like 3 fights in the last 3 months and had 3 finishes, something like that. Amazing guy. Also looking forward to his fight. And yeah, looking forward to a card outside of Europe, outside of America. It has been a long time since, and a lot of pay-per-views or any fight nights in different countries. I love it. I'm curious to see how the Shanghai crowd is, how loud they are, how good they are as a crowd, and I'm looking forward to it. Even though it's on a very bad time, it's the prelims start at 3 a.m. in my Swiss time. Because I'm a freak, I always watch the fights live. So I probably have to figure out a way to sleep during the day on Saturday to then wake up, I don't know, at 3 a.m. and be awake and watch the fights. But I will definitely watch them live, and I can't wait. As I said, write your predictions down below in the comments. And as always, make sure to eat your vegetables, stay healthy, and see you soon. Bye-bye. Blood sport out.
Eat your vegetables.